Hello and welcome to Design Boss Dialogue, the podcast where bold and ambitious women in interior design come for real conversations to transform and take their businesses to new heights. I am your host, Lisa Marie Elkhadraoui, interior designer and business mentor, here to share my experiences and insights into running an interior design business, as well as empowering you to build the confident, profitable design business you've been dreaming of and truly deserve. In this space, we blend creativity with strategy to help you craft your success and thrive in the world of design. Every episode is packed with unfiltered, no BS conversations, daily inspiration, and actionable business tips to turn your passion into a thriving, cash-rich business. Together, we're redefining what it means to succeed in the interior design industry, one intentional, game-changing decision at a time. So get ready to step up, elevate, and create the design empire you've always envisioned. Welcome back to day 5 of the Design Boss Dialogue Advent Calendar podcast, your go-to source for all things interior design and business. And over the next 21 days, we will be unwrapping gifts of wisdom, practical tips, and insider secrets to help you grow and thrive in the world of interior design. And today, we are diving into one of the most important topics for any interior designer: owning your worth and charging your price. I know firsthand the struggles of pricing. Over the past 15 years in the design and creative industry, and certainly since starting my design business in December 2016, I faced these challenges head on. Through my journey, I've developed methods that have transformed my business. So let's dig deep into why charging your worth is so important. Let's get going. Charging your worth is not just about making money. It's about valuing yourself and your work in your interior design business. When you price your services correctly, you communicate to your clients that your expertise, time, and creativity are valuable. This sets a professional tone and helps establish trust and respect in your client relationships. Appropriate pricing allows you to invest back into your business, whether it's through professional development, hiring additional help, or improving your marketing strategies. However, it's common to struggle with pricing due to self-doubt and fear of losing clients. This is why it's essential to break free from these self-limiting beliefs. Your clients hire you because they trust your expertise and vision. Don't undervalue yourself to meet their budget. Instead, educate your clients on the value you bring to the table and how your design services can transform their spaces and lives. A few days ago, back in episode 2, we looked at shifting your mindset, but today we're going to tackle a few more of those mindset blocks and look at the practical strategies that will empower you to set and stick to your fees with confidence. This is something I cover with all my one-to-one interior design mentor clients, where we carefully craft a service suite that they feel confident with, that they feel happy with in their design model. It's so important in business that we have a service suite that we can confidently sell from. And as a designer, as an interior designer in the industry, it is crucial to recognize the value of your time, your skills and creativity, and create a service suite that reflects your worth, you, what you bring to the table, and how you want to operate in your business as well. Over the last 9 months, I've had the absolute pleasure of mentoring over 20 women of all backgrounds of design, from wanting career changes, coming into the design space, starting out in business, through to reigniting businesses back up again after 15 years, and designers that are even coming out of their early years and 5 years plus that just needing to readjust and scale. Nearly all of those women have come to me saying, I'm reinventing the pricing wheel every time I quote. Pricing is hard. It's a real struggle. I never seem to find a balance. I change quotations all the time. I put client quotations together. I then take money off because I feel it's too much for the client to pay. How many of you are listening to this thinking, I've at least ticked 2 of those lists or more? It's such a relatable topic. And you're most probably sitting there nodding thinking, yeah, Lisa, I'm hearing all of this. I'm taking it all in because this is where I currently am in my business. I know what you're going through because I was once in a place like you are now. I've gone through a million ways to price my business in the early years. Naming some of them, let's go for it. Let's start with flat fee mood boards. You know the ones I'm talking about that you charge between £250 and £500 for. You literally give all and sundry to the client, including home visits. And why don't we throw a CAD drawing in for good measure? Yes, relatable. You're nodding. You've seen this? You're doing it? Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it too. Hourly rate design work. Let's talk about that. You set a rate with the client and then find that it takes twice as long and the client no longer wants to pay you an hourly fee. You renegotiate, switching to a flat fee, but you forget to set your boundaries and expectations with the client. And you now know that you're working for less than minimum wage with the design work you're doing and you want the job so desperately to be finished. Relatable? Anyone? Yeah. This can be an absolute killer in business. The next one. You've set a fixed rate for your in-person design work. This is higher than a fixed rate mood board fee because you've thrown in design consultations, aftercare support, you've got all and sundry in there, CAD drawings, floor plan drawings, elevations of every single wall, you name it. And the figure may look appealing from day one, but you start the job and find that the client is also asking you to look over other bits across the design project and you work out that that's actually out of your contractual remit. But you take it on because they've already paid you a fixed rate and you don't feel like you can ask the client for any more money. And by the time you get to the end of the job, there is no profit left. Relatable? You're nodding? I can feel that. Well, I've been there, my friend. I've experienced it. And it is a first-class ticket to interior design business burnout. You cannot run your interior design business solely on these methods. When we look at our service suite, what we charge across the board, each service has to be crafted in a way that is not only charged correctly, but a clear expectation is delivered so that the client knows exactly what they're getting and you know exactly what you're delivering. You can also craft a set of bolt-on services so if the client does ask for additional work, a variation within the project can be drawn up and added into the project and your time and value can be accounted for with the additional work. Hey presto, no more working for peanuts. You're done with those days. You are now accounting for everything you do. And it can be hard because in the early days of running your interior design business, how are you meant to know this? Apart from scratching around looking at other designers' websites and see what they're charging and what they're doing, you can't seem to find the information easily at your fingertips. So what do? You create it as you go. You change it as you go. You adapt. Unfortunately, many designers feel uncomfortable or even guilty about setting high prices, and this can stem from various sources such as fear of rejection, lack of confidence, or comparing yourself to others. I know You will want to create that change in your design business for 2025. I literally can feel it as you're listening to this. And I want to tell you that this is your time. 2025 is going to be your year to really step up into your next level as an interior designer and own your worth. So, how do we go about changing this? Well, I want to take you through a step-by-step process that I use. The first is mindset-based. This is addressing the mindset blocks that often prevent us from charging our worth. So, first we need to identify and challenge those self-limiting beliefs. I want you to recognize the negative narrative, those negative thought patterns that are holding you back. For example, if you believe clients won't pay that much, challenge it by asking, what evidence do I have? Have I tried charging more and seen the results? We also want to look at reframing your mindset, and this comes with personal development and mindset work, which is crucial to the transformation that your business will need around pricing. So, I want you to transform these self-limiting beliefs into empowering affirmations. Instead of thinking, I'm not worth that much, say, I provide exceptional value and my services are worth every penny. Can you see how powerful that is? We're going from a negative to a positive. When you tell yourself every single morning and you're reaffirming that positive mindset, it can powerfully change the way you think in business. Whilst we're reframing your mindset around costing, we need to also get practical, okay? I want to share with you some steps on how you can create a solid pricing structure in your business. Firstly, we need to evaluate your business costs and review your business structure in your interior design business. Do you have a sales tracker? Do you fully understand how much your business needs to make on a daily and weekly basis to operate? What are your overheads? Do you have a baseline figure that your business needs to operate on? Understand your expenses, including materials, time, overheads, the lot. Once you really understand this, we can look at crafting services with costs that align to you and your business and what you need to make each month and how that is broken down in terms of what you offer. Do you feel your current prices are aligned with your goals and values? And if not, then this is absolutely 100% the time to change. Make sure each service you create is clearly defined with corresponding prices that reflect your worth, your value as an interior designer. Understanding what's included in your services and what is considered extra. This prevents scope creep and ensures you're compensated for all your work and clients know their boundaries when they're working with you. It also gives you the power to step up and price effectively. Identify your pitfalls. Go back and look at any past projects and identify reoccurring issues. Are there certain type of projects or even certain type of clients that consistently have led to scope creep or payment delays? Use this information to refine your service suite and set clearer boundaries. Set clear expectations. Communicate your pricing and deliverables clearly to your clients from the outset. This includes outlining any additional services and their costs. Transparency helps build trust and prevents misunderstandings down the line. It is always good to be very clear with what you are delivering so that you know what you're doing and the client knows what to receive. Invest in yourself. Attend workshops, take courses, stay updated with industry trends. The more knowledge and skills you have, the more value you can offer to your clients. And finally, seek support. Don't be afraid, don't be scared, and don't hesitate to seek mentorship or coaching. Sometimes an external perspective from someone that you know can support you to deliver the figures you want to achieve in your business can provide valuable insight and help you overcome those obstacles. There's no point suffering years of getting the wrong information when you could get the right information and propel your business forward. You need to surround yourself with a supportive community of fellow designers and businessmen and women who can offer encouragement and advice. When I take my clients through the above, I know how powerful this method is, especially when I've worked with one-to-one clients and we've crafted their service suite in a way and implemented my profitability pricing method, which is called Fully Booked and Highly Paid. And I wanted to share their success stories with you because when we are in deep overwhelm and brain fog, it feels like it's never ending at times. It can change. It will change, but the change starts with you. You have to accept that you need help and transformation in your business, and you actively have to seek the support. Both these clients did this, and I want to take you through their success stories. My first client went through a 4-week intensive before going into my exclusive 9-month visionary. And within that, we looked at her pricing suite. She was feeling extremely disconnected within her business. She felt overwhelmed at pricing her interior design services. Pricing felt really hard, and she struggled to confidently sell her services. And while she knew she was worth so much more, she struggled with the confidence around pricing, aligning her price with her true worth. So whilst we worked on building her business roadmap, we looked at her pricing suite and the services she offered in her interior design business, and looked at tweaking areas to break services up and introduce others, making it more of a balanced service suite, from colour therapy sessions through to design consultations and full bespoke interior design services. We tweaked her pricing and implemented the profitability pricing method in her full interior design service. After 4 weeks, she secured a project just under $17,000, one that she said she would have maybe only charged a few £1,000s for, and in turn creating a lot more financial freedom in her business. And for the first time ever, she felt like she was pricing her worth and working within a manageable capacity with the design work. She was on fire. Let me tell you, she was literally pinching herself, over the moon, could not believe this was happening. I was so proud and so excited for her to be able to implement these changes in her business and for her to confidently go and step into this new pricing structure and land a £17,000 project was just literally amazing. 6 months prior to working with me, she turned over around 12,000, and in the 6 months we worked together, her company took a revenue of just over 36,000, doubling her revenue from the previous 6 months. Last Christmas, she wrote down on a piece of paper a figure that she plucked out of thin air and she dreamed of making. I can confidently say today that she has gone well over that figure closing the year off, and she now confidently sells her services, understanding how they work, how they need to run, and where all the boundaries are in place. It is so powerful when you can step into your higher self, knowing your service suite, what you're selling and what you're charging. You propel yourself out there. I had another wonderful client go through my Ignition program, which at the time was 3 months. Currently now it's at 4. And we made the decision to dismantle her shaky business down, where she charged a few £100s for mood board services and felt really lost in the design process. This in turn completely shook her confidence and made finding clients really hard because the self-doubt of charging more felt too much for her. We rebuilt the business back up again after shutting it down over the summer, crafted a really strong pricing service, completely retweaked her full interior design service and aligned it with my profitability pricing methods, Fully Booked and Highly Paid. We shut it down over the summer, crafted a really strong pricing service, tweaked her full interior design service suite, implementing my profitability pricing method, Fully Booked and Highly Paid. When she opened back up in September, she not only gained 6 amazing new leads instantly, but she hit her first 5k revenue month, followed by a further £16,000 revenue. This just goes to show that when you work on reframing your mindset blockages and shifts that she had within her and her business, you can craft anything. And when you work both with the practical and the mindset, you can reshape your interior design business. Now, there is a lot of power in actually really understanding not only how your business has to operate, but crafting a profitable, confident service suite in your interior design business and understanding how additions and variations work within this to create profits within all projects. Remember, owning your worth and charging your price is not just about making a living. It's about building a sustainable and thriving interior design business. You deserve 100% to be compensated fairly for your expertise, and your clients will actually appreciate the value you bring to their projects when you can show them how to confidently deliver a service suite and the services that go hand in hand with that. So go out there and own your worth as an interior designer. Thank you so much for joining me on day 5 of the Design Boss Dialogue Advent Calendar podcast. And tomorrow I'll be delving into one of my favourite topics, which is the journey of home renovation from a client's perspective. I am joined by not only a lovely friend of mine, but a previous client, Samantha Maskell, as we talk about her home renovation, one that's super close to my heart because Mosca Interior Design designed and created it for her. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Design Boss Dialogue. If you love what you heard, then please share the podcast with your friends and any women that could do with a dose of empowerment just from me. I would love to hear your thoughts around today's podcast with your key takeaways and wins, because your feedback means everything to me. Also, don't forget to leave a review as well as hit that follow button so you never miss out on any inspiring conversations with me or any other trailblazing women I have on. Stay tuned for more exciting episodes, and remember, unleashing your inner design power and unlocking your true potential is only a click away. See you next time.